Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here on Friday, December 4th, 2015 at 11:25 Eastern Time in the morning. Now, there's something on YouTube that's been making the rounds called the Strip Down Challenge, which basically means you do a 10-minute video without making any edits or splices or cuts or this or that. I got thinking, actually, my first video went up on YouTube went up on December 1st, 2012. So I've been doing this now for just over 3 years. And I got about 862 of these things out there. And it hit me. Maybe not the majority of them, but certainly a large percentage. I would say well over somewhere between 35 and 40% of these are one take wonders, so to speak. Maybe not a full 10 minutes in one fell swoop, but there's number of more than a small number of them are. So I guess, like in so many things, I'm ahead of my time. Well, the big story that a number of my subscribers have been anticipating, and I'm sorry I can't really fully satisfy you guys on this. There's an account of this meeting with the Ohio Department of Transportation and the State Attorney General's, well, the Assistant Attorney General, handling the case, and one of the engineers involved in the project, and one of the land acquisition agents involved in the project, and my attorney and myself. So there were and my appraiser. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there were 6 people in the room. And this took place up at the Ohio Department of Transportation building on, in Delaware, Ohio. And the holdup had been, the first 3 times the Assistant Attorney General got sick. And he was still coughing away, so he must have had something that had happened to him. And then my attorney decided, well, not decided, I guess it worked out that, well, I don't know, maybe it came up later. He went up to Milwaukee to be with some of his family, his sons up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And he left on Tuesday, so. Anyway, the meeting happened. Now, I can't really tell you much about the specifics of anything that was discussed, other than I will say they did put together a complete map for my attorney and my appraiser, rather than just the little piecemeal sheets. And they went up and actually put on the thing that they had pieced together onto their big scanner, and they brought down this big sheet of paper, which then my appraiser took, and then they gave the combination thing they had made to my attorney. I will note that this island, which is not going away, by the way, at least at this stage of the game, has gotten wider and wider and longer in the successive sets of plans I've seen, for what that's worth. I will give you, there was one great remark that was made by, one of the people other than attorneys and appraiser and me. One of these fellows said, just almost as an aside, well, construction hasn't started yet. course, at that point, I just broke into this huge grin. I didn't say squat. But when he went upstairs to scan this thing, I did turn to my attorney and I said, they've been going at this thing hammer and tongs since August. They haven't started construction yet. That's just absurd. So I don't know what reality this guy's operating in. But I did. Otherwise, I maintained sort of the facial, expressions and postures that I had discussed with Liz the other night, going, which seemed to satisfy everybody just fine, except at the end, my appraiser said to me, he says, you've been very talkative at this meeting. I hadn't said a word. I mean, my attorney opened by saying, we'd sure like to, have Mr. Kersey be able to turn into his driveway. And at the end, they said, do you have anything to say? I said, I'd sure like to be able to turn into my driveway. That was it. But I can't really, there was some other stuff that happened. I can't really discuss that. I may have actually gone a little bit too far with this thing right now. Well, I was going to go out with the other camera and show you guys them. They were doing a little concrete work finally in these forms on the bridge abutments by the, done by the bridge, apparently on which construction hasn't started yet. It's halfway done, and I thought, no, it's 30 degrees and it's damp and it's cold, and I haven't put on my wool clothes yet, and no, so envision in your mind a cement truck and a cement bucket dumping stuff down on the bridge abutment. Excuse me. That would be the additional video today that would be spliced in. But I can't do that because I guess I'm doing, sort of I'm de facto doing the strip down challenge. I'm going to violate the terms of the strip down challenge and bring this to a close right now because, this is 8 minutes. So, you all know that's kind of short for me sometimes. So I'll say bye-bye, YouTube.